Morning folks, I'm Dave Canterbury with Self-Reliance Outfitters and the Pathfinder School. What I thought I'd do today is just shoot a quick video with you on how to properly carry a bedroll into the woods. There's lots and lots of subject matter out there on bedrolls in general, but I don't see too much discussion on how to properly carry a bedroll. Now you can just sling that thing over one shoulder if you're only carrying it from your vehicle to a campsite, or if you're carrying it a short distance. But if you're going to be walking over long distance, there's different ways to carry a bedroll that are much more comfortable than just slinging it over one shoulder. The way I'm wearing my bedroll now is very similar to tump line fashion across my shoulders instead of across my head. And you can move it back and forth. We'll talk about that in just a minute. But I've got my canteen on one side. If I were carrying a haversack, I'd have that crossed on the other. And then the shoulder strap of this bedroll is straight across the two front shoulders, so that it hangs dead center in the back at about the middle of my back, right there at the lower part of my back, so that when I'm walking, I can still operate my firearm to shoot game. It's not a problem at all because this doesn't move. All I have to do is come up to the firing position and it's not a problem, okay? And this never moves. Okay, for me, this is a very, very comfortable way to carry a bedroll. It's a very traditional way of carrying a bedroll. However, if you have a very heavy load in here, heavier than what I have now, or it becomes a strain on your shoulders, or you just need to change the strap somehow to give your shoulders a little bit of relief for a while, you can take that strap and grab a hold of it and put it right on your forehead, just like this, okay? Tump line fashion is also a very easy way to carry a bedroll. It gets it a little higher on you, depending on how you've got the strap adjusted. You can still hunt, shoot, take game, no problem at all. You can still look around. You have full range of motion with this. You just got the weight strap across your forehead, which is a very, very traditional way of carrying a bedroll system. To me, it's not quite as comfortable as carrying it across my shoulders, but I do kind of go back and forth depending on the distance that I'm walking with that bedroll. But slinging that bedroll across one shoulder definitely is the wrong way to carry a bedroll over distance. So I kind of wanted to cover that with you guys today to kind of give a little bit of educational value to bedrolls, because I see they're becoming more and more popular as time goes by here, because they're definitely an excellent option for all four seasons. And a bedroll system that's put together properly will definitely keep you warm. Cowboy camping is a great way to camp underneath the stars. You can put a tarp in your bedroll system as your outer layer, which mine's set up that way now, so that you can set up a tarp if you want to. And then you have the versatility of being able to do things like going to a raised bed, depending on what you've got in that bedroll. If you've got a bed sleeve in that bedroll, you could make a raised bed. You could make a hammock, or you could sleep on the ground. So you have lots of versatility in a bedroll system if you set it up properly. And it's not hard to carry. It's very comfortable over distance, and they don't weigh a lot. Again, you would have a haversack and possibly a canteen on the outside, so you've got things you need to get to readily. And the only thing that's in your bedroll is basically your camp setup and things you would use at night once you stop moving. Now, this bedroll system has a hand-woven strap on it. The strap that I wove here at the school during a class, and it's tied with a square knot. It's got two tails coming off a very wide woven strap. Something like this is very comfortable to carry over long distance because the width of that strap makes it much softer on your body and doesn't cut into places if you've got a heavy bedroll. Now you could drop this down and carry it over one shoulder, just like this, fairly easily. But again, then you have all the weight distribution on one side pulling down, and it's not near as comfortable. So if you take that strap and bring it up and put your arm through it, drop it down and even it out across your shoulders like this. Now you have a very comfortable situation. You can still move around, you can still walk. The weight's evenly distributed, it doesn't swing around on you when you're walking, and it's very comfortable. And if you have to go to the tump line where you're gonna put this on your forehead, now you have a much wider strap that you can put on your forehead, which is much more comfortable over distance than something that is narrow, okay? So depending on what you're gonna do with your bedroll can depend on the strapping system you wanna use. Like I said, this is hand woven. But I also have illustrations in my book, Bushcraft 101, on how to use the girth strap for a horse saddle to do this same thing. In which case you just connect your bedroll straps to that girthing strap for the saddle, and you can use the width of that girthing strap right here on your head, and it makes it very comfortable as well. Or you can weave your own strap like I did this one. But either way, it works fine. So the takeaway from this is that if you're going to carry a bedroll over any distance at all, you want to understand the proper way to carry that bedroll, to distribute the weight properly so that it's comfortable for you to carry, that you still have full range of motion with your hands, that you can still do all the things you need to do while you're walking or scouting or whatever you're doing, going from point A to point B, and that's the most comfortable in your body to carry, so that you have everything you need for a good warm night's sleep when you get there. And bedrolls will definitely give you that if they're set up properly. Now, I have lots of videos on bedroll construction and bedrolls in my videos. I'll try to put together a playlist for you guys that I can kind of attach down here in the description box somewhere of all of those type videos. But this will give you a good primer on how to carry a bedroll properly, which I think is something that's not covered well on the internet yet today. I appreciate your views. I appreciate your support. I thank you for everything you do for school, for family, for business, for all of our sponsors, instructors, affiliates, and friends. And I'll be back with another video as soon as I can, guys. Thanks.